I can see that I'm live. Hello, beautiful souls. Mwah, mwah. I love you. Thank you for joining me this evening or this morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope you've been having a really, really beautiful day. Let me know how your day's been. First of all, I'm a little bit kind of really excited and a little bit nervous all at the same time because of what I'm going to share with you tonight. And it's something that's like showing you my baby almost for the first time. I've been working on this for a while. Some of you have been already part of this for a little while, but I've been working on it and developing it. And I'm just so excited to share this with you because I honestly think it's absolutely incredible. And it's going to give you so much. So I want to tell you tonight about what it can give you and why and how you can partner with me, essentially. Come and partner with me and become a paid influencer. There's various different ways you can get involved. So I'm going to share all of that with you. And I'm going to share with you what it can do for you and share with you what this has done for me. And it's super, super profound. So bear with me. I'm a little bit like, oh my God, I'm going to finally talk about this with everybody. And I haven't really done so. So it's quite exciting. Oh, thanks for joining me, guys. You're so beautiful. I love you. And I've just noticed when I came on the camera here and I can see myself in the screen before I clicked live. And I'm like, oh, look. I caught the sun today. I've been sunbathing. It's February. It's February and I'm in the south of France and it's been so warm. And today I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lie in the sun. So I've caught the sun. It's really, really lovely. So my friends, brothers and sisters, family, as you know, I love and care about humanity a lot. I care and love about all of you a great deal. And I'm a creator and I just create from that. I create from my heart, I create from love. And I've been looking at this whole last year of lockdown, almost a year, and going, you know, what do people need? What's happening? So I know for most people, lockdown has been super, super tough. And there's been a lot of issues with mental health, a lot of issues with feeling alone, feeling disconnected. I think that's the main complaint from people, is not feeling connected. And, you know, I think this lockdown period has been a time of massive reflection for a lot of people, and perhaps in some ways forced us to see where we're disconnected, what we're lacking, what we're missing, what we've been dependent on, and how that really doesn't work out for us anymore, that we can't be dependent on systems that when they decide to shut down or they decide to impose laws and rules, that how that affects us. And there's something really important here about coming into our own power and about being really honest. And a lot of people, most people, almost everybody, I would say, do not have the tools or the know-how, let's just say the know-how, to know how to connect, where to connect, to know how to really liberate themselves from the pain, from the suffering, from the anxiety, from the depression, from the helplessness, from the fear, from the things that affect us on a mental level, a mental health level. A lot of people suffering with emotional anxiety and a great deal of sadness and a great deal of grief as well, not knowing how to liberate themselves from that. A lot of people stuck in poverty, like losing their jobs, losing their businesses, left, right and center. I see things closing down all the time and people really struggling to make ends meet and to make money. And what do we all really want? We just want to be free. We want to feel empowered. We don't want to be dependent on things that don't serve us anymore. We want to be uplifted. We want to be in that higher vibration. We want to be conscious. We want to feel connected. And we want to feel like we belong in a society of other people just like us. And that, again, that's been another massive complaint of people during lockdown, is that feeling of total aloneness, because somebody over here is believing this in your family, somebody over there is believing something else, and you're there with your own, I'm still a bit nervous, you're there with your own beliefs and feelings and going, where do I fit in with this? How can we all come together? Is there an umbrella? Is there a space? Is there a home, a place where people can unite? And actually where we can really heal the programming that we've been through. All of us, every single one of us, have been through media programming, have been through a school program, religious programming, family programming, ancestral programming. And it's like, haven't we had enough of that? And we want that liberation from that. And we just have this huge desire, don't we, just to come together, what unites humanity, and to start really creating the new. And be able to also, whilst doing that, deal with the trauma of having to have let go of so much, having to let go of relationships or family relationships and dynamics, or let go of our work, our jobs, the systems that supported us, letting go of money, maybe, all kinds of things. So I've been watching this and I've been listening to this and really just wanting to respond. And I'm very blessed. So I'm going to actually give you the very thing that I believe. And it isn't just based on belief, by the way. This is kind of a deeper, dare I even say, a knowing that I know what this can do for you. And the reason I know is because of what it's done for me personally, and because of what it's done for the many, many people that have already been part of the I Love You Me community, have been experiencing the benefits of the I Love You Me method. And I want to fill a gap for you guys too. Like I also realized that, okay, so 4 years ago, this month, actually February 4 years ago, I first published the I Love You Me book. It took me several years to write that book. I had a lot of unconfidence, a lot of low self-esteem, huge amount of low self-esteem. And it took me a long time to actually believe that I could complete something and put it out into the world. And of course, I was doing the I Love You Me method whilst I was going through that process. So 4 years ago, I developed the book and the online course, the video course that many of you have. And then I developed the practitioner training. So on one level, you've got the book for the self-study and this video course for self-study. And then there was the practitioner training. And at the time I was doing lots of live events, and I thought that was the best way to reach people and connect and bring us all together and have that tangible experience of massive liberation, massive transformation. Some of you here have been to those events that are watching. And that was a beautiful thing, but that's no longer available to us right now, right? So there's a massive need for that community. But I then also created the practitioner training. And so that's a year-long course. That's a larger investment of time and energy and money and commitment. So there was this kind of the little book and the little video course, and then this big practitioner training course. And there was really not very much happening in between. And so I felt that there was also a gap, not just in what people need, but also in what I was providing in terms of this guidance with the I Love You Me method. And I listened to people, and a lot of people were like, I just want something really simple that I can use every day, or that I can use on a regular basis, something that doesn't take up a great deal of time, something that isn't expensive. It's not going to have to be one of those big expensive courses that you go and invest in and you use the tools, and then maybe it doesn't work as well as you thought it should work, or maybe it just worked when you were on the course, but after a while it stopped working for you, or it just didn't feel so good. Maybe people just really wanted to have a sense of inclusion as well. Like, does self-love mean that I only love me and no one else? And it sounds pretty lonely, right? And actually it really isn't. It's something that actually it's better shared. It's much better when we all just turn our attention this way, plug in, connect, fill those gaps, fill those spaces, come into our true, unique, incredible being. And we all do that in our own inner way, but in a collective space. It's absolutely powerful. And so, and people, they didn't want to be lied to anymore. They didn't want to have to spend a long time doing the learning or doing the practice. And you've also been saying, you don't want something that's just, gosh, it's going to take years and years. We've got a lot of conditioning to transform, a lot of things to undo. And people want the rapid results, right? You want the transformation, you want it, the deliverables, you want it now. So am I still out? Can you just let me know? There I am. It's still working. Yay. So I listen to all of this, everybody, and also that need where, I mean, I'd love to know, right? Who of you here listening are the kind of person where you just want to do something in your own small way, and that is really enough for you. That's as much as you can handle. That's as much as you want to do. And maybe you just want to write, it's just for me, just my own personal journey in the comments below. Let me know. But many of you, and I know I'm looking at your names here as you're coming up on the live screen, who are already business owners, you're already speakers, you're already influencers, you all have a tribe and a following. Every single one of you that I'm looking at right here that's on the live, you already have your influence, you're powerful, you're beautiful, you put out that amazing message. And I know that a lot of the influencers out there are also still feeling the gap in their own lives, going, I'm missing something. And what if that missing something could be filled for you, and that same missing something could be filled for your followers, for the people in your network, for the people even in your business. So if you're a business owner or a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or you're an influencer, this I think particularly is going to really tick your box. I think it's just going to be so incredible for you to hear what I've got to share with you, because you can become a paid influencer, influencing people with a journey of unconditional self-love. And you don't have to do the work. That's the beautiful thing. So I want to tell you about that. And there may be some of you out there who even want to go one step further. There's probably a lot less of this group of people, but if you're one of these people and you go, you know what, yes, I'm an influencer and yes, I can share, or actually I want to be an influencer. And actually, if you're somebody who wants to impact tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people, and you want to do it pretty quickly, and you would like to be the one that said, I made that happen. I created that community. I attracted those people. I was able to give them this powerful transformational experience, and they get the rewards, and you can help other businesses and other influencers get paid every single month, by the way, and get rewards, really good ones, by the way, really, really, really good ones. That's sustainable. That's every single month. Doesn't take a lot of work at all, I promise you. I'm going to show you as I come towards the end of this video how much of the work is actually done for you. I've kind of created it all for you. But if that's you and you're going, I want to influence a lot of people, and you've got a bunch of hours a week, or maybe you'd like a part-time new job, or maybe you'd like to do this full-time. If you're one of these rare people, I'm going to invite you to get in touch with me personally and send me an email, because I can, together, teamwork makes the dream work. We can do this really, really fast together, because it's amazing. I just got all these downloads of how to create this incredible thing that just literally benefits everybody. So it's going to benefit your mental health, your emotional and physical and spiritual health. It's going to benefit your bank balance, and it's going to be regular and consistent and wonderful and transformational and liberating. And it's not hard work. It's like literally you'll send an email or two, or maybe you'll do a post or two on social media. It's and just reaching out to people who need it. So exciting. But first of all, before I tell you how you can do this, I mean, feel free, by the way, while you're listening to me, if you want to click the link above this video or below, depending on if you're watching the live or the replay, just go ahead and you can click that and look through it if you want whilst I'm talking. And then if you have any questions, you can post them below and I can answer you. And by the way, this is for relationships as well. Oh my God, let me tell you, right, before I tell you how you can get involved, let me tell you in the short version of what doing this I Love You Me method has done for me. So, I mean, I've been a single mum. I've always struggled financially. I had a deep conditioning in lack. I grew up in an incredible environment, very spiritual environment, a lot of love. But trust me, there was also a lot of bullshit. And I was, I mean, not just from my parents and from my community, but ancestrally, I'd inherited a lot of low self-esteem. those big, big dark hole beliefs that say, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, I'm unworthy, there's nothing good about me, I'm shit, I'm not worth anything. And that's like a big black hole, like a big black vortex that just seemed to be sucking everything into it. And I was constantly in that lack. And for a long period of time, I really didn't want to be alive. I struggled with being in my body. I struggled with being in the world. Definitely struggled with relationships, just total failure at that, total failure at money, and just didn't know what my gifts were. And it was so beautiful because through this process of me first, I was given this gift of I love you, me first, and I didn't even call it I love you, me, I called it something else. But through receiving this gift, I realized, you know what, I'm trying to give it to others and help others, but I hadn't received it for myself first. So that was like the number one medicine, is learning how to receive. And I realized if I can't receive the gifts that are being given to me in my life, I can't receive the blessings, I'm not going to make anything work for me. It doesn't matter how hard I work or how much I try or how frustrated I get or how much output I give and give and give. If I'm not able to learn to receive for myself and fill up those black holes inside of myself, I'm not going to go anywhere in life. I'm going to stay very, very stuck, very alone and very unhappy. So, and I also want to tell you as well, I don't really, rarely talk about this, but I have mental health issues in my family. I've luckily been very blessed in that I have come through my mental health issues. Some members of my family haven't done so well, and it's actually been very traumatic. However, somehow having been given this I love you me method, first of all, saved my mental health. And I was able to go to those places using this beautiful, simple love conversation and heal the very, very damaged parts of my mind, the very confused and upset parts of my mind where things just didn't add up, things didn't make sense. I was very broken and really thought I was going to go over the edge sometimes. And yeah, and I came close a few times, but luckily, literally, I'm not lying to you now, this self-love, this I love you me method literally saved me from that, lifted me out of collapsing into those black holes, into the dark vortex, and completely transformed just by witnessing and loving and acknowledging and validating and doing the I love you me method, just completely transformed my entire mental health, which completely transformed how I feel and how I believe myself to be and who I believe myself to be, from a soul level, from a heart level, not from an ego, oh, I'll love myself and I'll give myself all this good stuff and I'll spend money and I'll give myself all the whatever, the jewels and the makeup and whatever to make myself feel better. And I'm not dissing anybody that does that. We're here to enjoy life. We're free to do what we want. But what I'm trying to say is it wasn't an ego bolstering. It was a deep, heartfelt healing that took place that completely transformed how I related to myself and therefore how I went out in the world. And so this affected how I mothered and brought up my children. I have incredibly close relationships with both my kids now. They're 19, 20 years old, young men, beautiful, powerful, gorgeous young men. I have amazing relationships with them because of the I love you me method. I had to love and forgive myself for a whole bunch of things, and including everything I thought I'd done wrong as a mother, as mothers do. I have healed my relationship with my parents. Like, I felt a lot of resentment and anger towards them for many years for lots of things. And I was really stuck in it and really kind of victim-y and poor me about that. And doing the I love you me method totally transformed my relationship with my parents. Like, it's just unconditional. There's nothing else in the way. It's a beautiful feeling. Like, I'm not holding them to ransom for anything. I love them more than I've ever loved them. And it's also completely transformed my personal relationship. And because of I love you me, right now, I'm speaking to you from this incredible home that I live in, the house of my dreams, literally just how I imagined it would be. And I loved and undid all the blocks inside of me that believed I could never have that. And then I'm able to receive it, and it's here, it's manifested. really powerfully, really simply. It's healed the relationship with my partner that I'd struggled with for 10 years. And we're together now, and it's the most, it's just everything I ever wished for. It's everything I knew it could be if I loved myself and he loved himself. And we were talking about that last night, and he was saying, I'm able to be with you now because I love myself and I feel worthy of being with you. And it's just like, wow, that's incredible. That's the power of self-love. It brings people back together. It enables dreams to happen. I'm completely financially free. I don't struggle. In fact, I spend most of my days, like today, sunbathing or dreaming and creating from my heart and my soul. My gifts have expanded. My awareness has expanded. My compassion, my love for humanity has expanded. I don't get stuck and blocked. It's amazing. It's just like on every single level, there's just expansion, there's awakening, there's freedom, there's consciousness, there's love, there's peace. And it's just more and more peace, more and more creativity, more and more love. And everything, it's like everything just comes into this incredible, incredible harmony. And that's what it's done for me. And if you go on my website, you'll be able to see all the testimonials of other people that have had these similar experiences. Amazing, amazing things happen in people's lives. And I know that some of you, even watching this, have experienced these things, like you've been reading the book and you've had experiences, or you've done the training with me and you've had these amazing experiences. So I want to share with you this thing that you can not only take part of, and you can have it so that it's consistent. It's like that drip by drip effect. So it's not like, oh, you just get a book and then you're finished and then it's done, or you do a course and then it's done, or you spend a lot of money and do the practitioner training. I mean, you can as well if you want to, by the way, because that's the applications are open for that, and the new course is due to start in April. So please do go ahead and apply for that if you want to. Go to taraloveperry.com on the website there and find where you apply, because that would be really cool. But there's this thing in between where for very, very little money every month, you can have consistent every single week. In fact, there's daily content and weekly content that I share with you, that it's like a river. You just stay in it and it will take you on a journey. And what you get on this journey is 4 things. You get a daily self-love quote, inspiration. And trust me, when I was sitting writing them, I was just like blissed out, just like, wow, yeah, wow. And I'd be like, wow, that's really powerful. And I just really enjoyed designing them. So there's 365 of those. There's one every single day for you to put on your desktop or your phone or whatever, or share on social media. You've got free content right there that you can share and help people with. But on a weekly basis, I've recorded, and like, get this, I have recorded a meditation, roughly 20 minutes. Some of them are a bit over, some of them are a bit less, 20-minute meditation. And it's not just a meditation, it's an actual guided healing session using the I Love Yumi method, and that you participate in. So it takes you on a healing journey. And there's one of those every single week, 52 weeks of the year, on all different things, whether it's you connecting to your great spirit, your higher self, whether it's you healing your inner child, or whether it's you healing your mother relationship or your father relationship, or you learning how to receive, or you coming into abundance and making peace with money, or whatever it is, or for your mental health, or all kinds of stuff. It's like there is a healing journey, 52 of them in the year for everything. And to go with those meditations every week. So like, I would say to you, if you don't think you can spare 20 minutes thereabouts once a week on your self-love, then this really isn't for you. But it's not a lot of time if you think about it, 20 minutes. And if you could just give yourself that, and you just literally hit the button and download it, you can keep it in your own library, you can put it on your phone, you can listen to it as much as you want. And the more we repeat these things, and it can change ever so slightly each time, because it's very, the way that I've done the guided healing session is it's tailored in such a way as you find your own answers. It's not me telling you what to say and me telling you what the answers are. It's designed in such a way that you are having those, your inner self revealing to you, and you're present with it and you're receiving your own answers. So it's incredibly self-empowering. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm just, being your healer. It really, really isn't. It's like, I'm just dropping these things in, and then you're having that experience. And so along with those meditations comes an exercise that you can do or not do. I encourage you to do them. And that's, again, different things, whether it's creating a self-care ritual, whether it's spending more time appreciating or healing your relationship you have with your body, or how you look, or something like that, or your diet, or your health, all kinds of things. There's these beautiful little weekly exercises that you can do. And then also, and possibly this is like the best part of it, it's that you become part of an exclusive community that is not hosted on Facebook. It's hosted in a completely different space, and it feels beautiful. It really feels different to Facebook. Not that I don't appreciate Facebook. It's wonderful because that's how we've all connected. But it's a different space. So I know there's lots of people that don't feel safe in the Facebook groups, or they don't feel genuine or whatever. So there's that other space, and it's completely for people just doing the Self-Love Club. And that's literally, it's just all of you together, just experiencing together, sharing together. You can open up because you're amongst like-minded hearts and souls as yourself. And even though everybody comes from all different walks of life, it's incredible. That umbrella I was talking about, that thing that unites everybody, is what we all want, right? We all want love. That's what sustains us, even more than food and water. It's like we need love like we need air, because it's who we are. Every single part of us, when it's in love, when it's being unconditionally loved, comes into the most sublime harmony. Whatever distortions you're experiencing in your life, whether, like I said, mental health, physical health, emotional health, financial health, relationship health, whatever it is, you meet these parts of yourself, you learn this beautiful way of simply undoing and transforming that energy and bringing what's in disharmony back into harmony. And unconditional love does that. And then you're experiencing that, and imagine the exponential consequences of not just you doing that, but you being in a space with other people doing that. If any of you have ever been part of a circle group or a mastermind, or you've done trainings with other people and you experience the power of a group, it is unbelievable. And when everybody is focused on that journey, on their own self-healing, self-loving, self-liberating, self-empowering journey, the results are just like bing, bing. It's like exponential potential for what can happen. Deprogramming, deconditioning, reconnecting to your divine self, your inner child, your beauty, your glory, your talents, your gifts, expanding your consciousness and your awareness and your compassion is just super, super powerful. So, how's this sounding, by the way? How's that sounding to you? Because I had this vision. I was like, well, what if I know the power of this self-love? I've experienced it. And I know that self-love, this I love you, me method particularly, has reached literally tens and tens of thousands of people around the world, in various small or bigger degrees. And I know the power of it. What was given to me, I'm wanting to give it to everybody, to as many people as are ready to receive it, because this should not be a secret. And in fact, as we've been seeing over the last year and few years, self-love has trended, and it's going to be like Bitcoin. It's going to go through the roof. So we've not seen anything yet. This is just the kind of the bubbling, the slightly simmering stage of the potential of self-love. But can you imagine, like I do, can you imagine that you have this power, you're on this journey, and it's unfolding and unfolding, and you're spending this journey for a year. expanding your self-love and expanding your vibration and getting super in harmony and super switched on. And what would happen if, let's say, 100 other people around you were doing that? 100 other people in your community around you, whether that's an online community or a local community or wherever, whether it's your church or whatever, your group, whatever. What if 1,000 people around you in your sphere, your energy field, the people that you've connected with, and then when you connect with people, then you're connected to their energy. What if 1,000 people were in this beautiful energy of this unconditional love and self-love and peace and harmony and experiencing this journey? What would happen if that 1,000 people became 10,000 people? Became, I mean, your mind starts to go, can you imagine this many? 100,000 people around you, connected to you. You're starting to really be a little drop in the ocean of love and self-love now. And what if 500,000 people? What if 1,000,000 people? 1,000,000 people. What if 1,000,000 people, you were part of that 1,000,000 people having this same journey, but not same, because it's completely and utterly unique for every single one of you. It's like personally tailored to you, even though everybody's drinking. It's like everyone drinks the same water, but everybody gets quenched in their own unique and incredible way. What if 1,000,000 people? What if 10 million? I don't even stop at 1,000,000. What if 10 million people? What if 100 million people? You know, wow. What kind of world will we be living in? With something so simple, simple as water, simple as air, needed as much as water and air, that we had that love and it was accessible and easy and simple. And also, like, and so this, by the way, I just want you to know everything that I described to you, you might be thinking, oh, I bet this costs like hundreds. And no, it doesn't. This is the crazy thing. I put all of that in. And when you pay for a whole year and do so that you're committed, which is what I really love, right? And try and encourage the commitment to stick it out for a year. So you don't just do it for a month or two and forget it. You know, it's like, actually, you've got it there for a year and it's consistent and you can go back to it whenever you want. And I put all of that, when you buy it for a year, is only £99. That's less than 100 quid, or around about 100 quid for an entire year, 12 months, 52 meditations, everything else that I've put in the group, everything. Now, I think that's pretty incredible, and I'm able to do that. And what makes me feel just so blissed out is that everybody can do that. Nobody has to feel left out. It's super achievable. And now what's really powerful, guys, what do you think about this? Because what I thought, like I said in the beginning with the thing about lockdown and wealth and people losing their businesses and people being scared about money and all this kind of thing, I was like, okay, so I could, how am I going to share it with, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000? How am I going to share it? How am I going to share it with this many people? Because this isn't mine. The I Love You Me isn't mine. It was a gift given to me. I used it. It's completely transformed my life. I couldn't be happier, except I still get happier. I still expand. I want everyone to have this gift. It was given to me so that I could give it. Now, me on my own, I can't reach that many people. I could, if I wanted to be some kind of business mogul, just go, right, you know what, I'm just gonna, give all this money to Facebook ads or Google ads or YouTube ads or whatever, and spend a shitload of money on advertising. And then I could, send it out to loads of people and bombard you like everybody else does with all the same old bullshit ads. No, it's not all bullshit. But you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not that kind of person that wants to sell to everybody. I'm not even very good at it, okay? In fact, that's one of the reasons I was feeling like a little bit anxious and nervous and shy about coming on and telling you this, is because it's like I'm talking about a thing I created. And I suppose in a way I'm selling it to you, but I'm like, I'm not selling it to you because I want you to have it. Like, I want everyone to have it because I know how powerful it is. Right. So I have to share. I can't keep this to myself. And yet sharing it makes me nervous as well. So it's like, I don't want to give all that money to Facebook ads. I don't want to have to think about advertising campaigns. I'm just not that kind of person. And also, I would just get all the money for myself and happy me, and I've got my happy life and yay me, but what about everybody else? Now, I'm just not that kind of a person. So when I see people that are going, I want to make a difference in other people's lives, hands up if that's you. If you're going, I want to make a difference in other people's lives, and I want to get paid for it. You should get paid for it. We need the currency of money. We need money. We need it. There's no two ways around it. Whatever we think is happening with the financial system, bless it, we're still going to need some form of income to keep all the wheels turning. And I really wish for everybody to be in abundance, to feel as liberated and as free as I do around my financial well-being. I want everyone to have that, because that's where we thrive. When we're in lack, we're not thriving. We need to be prosperous. It's part of our health requirement. We need prosperity to thrive as human beings, to fulfill our potential. And so how can I help with that in my small little way? So I was like, right, sod the advertising. Word of mouth is better. It's genuine, it's honest, it's real. You don't have to argue with it, right? It doesn't have to be sold to you. And when you've had an experience, you naturally want to share it with somebody else anyway, whether it was, a beautiful dress that you bought, or a cool lipstick, or whether it was a cool movie or something. You want to share it with people. So I was like, well, I would much rather people that I love shared it, and people that love this share it, and that you get paid. Yay! Because then it's more fun. You're getting paid, I'm getting paid. I can create more because I'm getting paid, and you can create more because you're getting paid. And together we can enjoy that thriving energy. So go back to that you being in self-love and peace, but now you're thriving financially. And then the 100 people around you, they're thriving and financially doing great as well. And then the 1,000 people around you, they're thriving. And people's businesses that have been completely crushed or obliterated or suffered somewhat in this lockdown in this last year, like, I want to help you guys. It's like, you've got tribes, you've got people, you care about helping them. They've got problems with their mental health, their physical health, their emotional health, their relationships, their mums, their dads, their kids. Everybody's got these same problems. Just share this with them. It will help them massively. So they're going to thank you for giving them this beautiful gift, and then you get paid for it. And it's so wonderful. So I'm not that good at numbers, but I looked at all my numbers, and I went, minus all the expenses and everything else that it costs to run these things and everything. I'm like, what if I gave you, the influencer, 30%? That's almost a third of the total monthly income. So let's say, one of you, for example, you can think of all the people in your Facebook friends group, or think of everybody on your YouTube channel, or on your Instagram group, or on your email list, or in your business email list, or something like that, and think, how many of those people, I wonder, would really love, I can share this with them. It's £10 a month, $9.99 a month. Which in dollars is about $12.99. It might actually be down at the moment because the dollar's doing really well against the pound. Or £99 for a whole year, where you basically get 2 months free, and you can cancel at any time. And if you don't like it for the first 30 days, you can get a refund. So there's like really no quibbles about that. So it's less than 100 quid for an entire year. But what if you got 30% of every single person that you shared it with and referred it to, and they love it, and they put in that £10 every month, and you got £3 of that every month? Now you might think, well, that's not very good. That's £3. But if you think about it, just 3 people makes your one completely free for a start, and 3 people is easy. It's easy. There's virtually nothing you need to do for that. But what if you sent it out to your group of like 1,000 people, or 2,000 people, or 10,000 people, or some of you with really big groups of 100,000 people, or 500,000 people, or whatever, and you went, okay, I can give them something incredible, And that gives you a regular monthly return every single month. And all they have to do is just sign up once and then it's done. It just keeps running every single month. And if you decide, oh my God, that was good, I want to tell some more people, go ahead. You can. I want you to. Because teamwork makes the dream work. And, I know tons of you out there want to create your programs and write your books and do all this. You can still do all of that. But in the meantime, you've got something to grow your community. You've got content that's done for you to share with your community and a benefit. And that builds your relationship with them. It strengthens your relationship. And it helps loads of people. And you get paid for being this incredible influencer, this self-love influencer. So that's why I've been so excited, because literally every which way I look at this, I was just guided, create like this, so that it's a win-win-win-win situation, so that everybody wins, whether you just want to get it for yourself or have it for free because you've shared it with a few people, or you want to share it with your tribe. And like I said at the beginning, if you're one of these people and you think, oh my goodness, Tara, I'm seeing what you're seeing, right? Can you see what I'm seeing? How quickly that would spread, how quickly we could make an impact together, because this is a movement. This is not just a Tara thing. We all believe in love. We all know the power, or we're beginning to know the real, unlimited potential and the power of unconditional love when applied to self like a medicine everywhere. It's a massively powerful transformational agent, and it is, talk about shift, talk about fifth dimension, talk about new paradigm, talk about new earth, talk about rebuilding after lockdown and building better. I can't think of anything else that builds better, because it impacts literally every area of your life. It's an awakener. It's a massive awakener and healer and inspirer and liberator and creator and manifester. That's what love does. So when you're in that energy, it's like you literally have endless potential, and it keeps going. And to be in a community of people like that, yes, and an expanding community, and how quickly we can expand that community together. Because we're the same. We want the same thing. We want the same world for our kids. We want the same future. We want that lifestyle. We don't be working our asses off. We want to have time to realize and dream and create and meditate and do all the beautiful things and have amazing relationships. We all want the same thing. So the way I see it is like, well, we just get behind love and we just do it together. And the fact is, I've been given this gift. I got shown how to do it. I got given the inspiration of how to put this thing together, so that when you decide to do it, well, first of all, this is what you have to do. You have to click the button, click the link, and it will take you onto the page where it shows you everything I've talked about, all the things that you get, and you join. And it gives you the payment form. So you just put in your card details, boom, done. It takes less than 30 seconds to do all of that part. So then what you can do next is on the page that says thank you, there's a red button, become an influencer affiliate, and you click that red button, and then very, very simply, it automatically makes you your own affiliate link. So just a link for Self Love Club, but it's affiliated to you, which means then you go ahead and you share that. Now, a lot of people don't like writing emails, or don't know what to say and don't know how to explain it, or don't want to, come up with the pretty picture. I've done all that for you. You'll see when you get to that page, you'll see I've made lots of pretty pictures. And actually, I want to give massive credit here to Sophie Mercado, because last year she started creating these little pictures with quotes on for me. And they've been sitting in a folder and I didn't know what to do with them, and they're really beautiful. And so I found them and I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. So Sophie, thank you, because I've taken your quotes, your beautiful pictures, and I've turned them into shareable content for anybody who wants to become an influencer affiliate. So you can just literally, you've got it all there. And I made lots of them. Sophie made lots of them. I made some of them. I've got email content for you. You just copy, swipe the copy, copy and paste, take the picture, drag it to your desktop, upload it. and you've got it all done for you. And if you want to go ahead and make your own post with your own experience, and you share what it's done for you, and you want to just, you're a writer, you're a designer, you're an artist, or whatever, you're good at this. Some of you on here are amazing at creating, much better at me than doing things like on Instagram. To be honest, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to keep up with everything, but some of you have incredible Instagram accounts. And so you can obviously create your own if you want, and you just put the link, your own affiliate link, and then when people go there, it automatically all happens so that you get 30% of everything coming through. And obviously I've got all the taxes and everything else I have to pay, so I have to take a bigger chunk, but I'm giving you the biggest chunk I possibly can. And then you're literally just sending it out to people and they're joining. And then automatically, every single month, at the end of the month, you will have money going into a PayPal account. So all you need is a PayPal account, and then you can join. You see, but you don't wait to get the PayPal account first. Join first, then get the PayPal account, because the link is in there for you to do so. And then you can just get your account and get paid every single month, and you don't have to do anything. And that helps you, helps your people, helps me, helps the I Love You Me, helps the self-love movement, helps the world, helps enlighten the world. And I really can't tell you, like, the vision that I have, it just makes my heart explode. It makes me feel so like, wow, that's the world that we can create together. That's a real potential. And I wonder how many people together, because obviously we're going to be sharing as well around this and building an energy around it together. But I wonder together, how many of us, how many can we reach? How many could we reach? How much transformation could we manifest in the next year on this earth? And if we think about it, it's been almost a year, 11 months since we went into first lockdown. That's gone fast, right? Think about how much time we've spent feeling, helpless or not able, or I don't know, whatever you've been going through. And you go, that's pretty fast. That's a year. Now, we don't know how much longer this is going to continue. They say, oh, it will end here and it will end there, and then no, we're back in it again. This could potentially, highly likely keep going. So this is an optimum time to give people this food of love, this medicine of healing that takes up a very short amount of time every week, takes up a very short amount of pocket money every week, and yet has incredibly profound results very quickly. It doesn't take years. It's very, very quick, the results that happen with this, and I've seen it. So just think and feel, my friends. I feel like I keep putting my hands out, almost like I want to hold your hands, like we could be sitting here together in this space and feeling and imagining and visualizing together in the next year, which can happen just super fast like that. And goodness, how many more months will be in our houses. What transformation, what impact we can make whilst that is going on. A wave of consciousness, this incredible tsunami of self-love, self-healing, self-empowerment, self-liberation, community, love, healing, empowerment, and for total transformation, that awakening. It awakens the consciousness. It's what it does. It's what love does. That's what I Love You Me does. That's what Self-Love Club is designed to do for you. So imagine that. How many people together, I can really feel your energy. How many people together we could enlighten and liberate, so that we're not reading so many horrific stories about people's mental health and people killing themselves and all the horrible stuff that we have been hearing about for the last year and that we know is happening and perhaps has even happened to you. So I want to know if you're going to join me in this. It's really a massive invitation from my heart, because I'm going to do, and I do everything that I feel is in my power to give, to love, to support, to make this available. And if we can all just take a deep breath in right now and feel that potential in each and every single one of us. We can all do that, and we can all do that together. And let's just focus on this thing. And by all means, carry on creating all your own stuff too. You know, I love sharing other people's stuff, and you'll see me doing it often. But this is just ready to go. It's birthed, it's ready to go. And I just see it just having such an incredible and powerful transformation. So my friends, I'd love to hear what you think and what you feel about this. Yeah, Glenda's saying it sounds quite unique. People say to me, and this is the real honest truth, people say to me, there is absolutely nothing else out there like this. And I didn't create it from ego. I didn't create it from my mind and my good ideas and how many books I'd read and went, oh, I'll pull that bit of that together and that bit of that. You know, that wasn't me. And I'm, you know, everyone's free to do that. Of course, we share what knowledge we can. We share what's available to us. So that's not like a slight on anybody. But this really came through over a number of years, real way back, like 2007, 2000. I was teaching it by 2008, so around 2006, 2007. It was coming through really, really clear. And my guidance was from Archangel Michael at the time, who would come and sit with me every time I did a soul reading with somebody. And I'd be like, hi, seeing all this stuff happening in their mind, all the problems in their mind, all their belief systems, and I was seeing all their emotions and how it was messing up their hormones or messing up their kidneys or messing up whatever, their reproductive system, or messing up their relationships. And I was looking at this lineage pretty much of pain and suffering coming through the ancestors, and looking at their connection to God's source and connection to Mother Earth. And I was just like, my goodness, all these past lives. I was like, how am I going to help people? I'm telling them what I can see, but how am I going to help them? What needs to happen? And I didn't want to be a healer. I didn't even want to be, you know, have that kind of responsibility, but I'm reading people and it's like, God, I have a responsibility now. I've told them what I can see. How can I help? And so that's when Archangel Michael showed up. And I was also just communicating with Source and Jesus, and all kinds of amazing, beautiful light beings were just there, holding the space, supporting and coming through. And, you know, mostly Archangel Michael, he was there consistently. And he taught me how to liberate souls from karma, he taught me a lot, actually. So that essentially was what got condensed into this very simple 7-step method. And it's meant so that there's no need for a middleman. Like eventually it's not like you become dependent on Tara, you know, become dependent on me. It actually creates an independence and an interdependence and your own self-empowerment, because really once you start building that relationship to yourself and your source, there's no room for a middleman. There's no room for me. You don't need me in the middle of that. I don't want to be the person in the middle of your relationship with yourself and your source and your truth. So the way that this method works is it's not like a Tara thing. It's just a love thing. And it came through from the absolute highest sources. And it's like water. It's like everybody can have it. Children, teenagers. Actually, I would say for Self-Love Club, let's say parental guidance and parental monitoring. Do it first and see what you think is suitable to share with your young people if you want to. But definitely teenagers, 16-year-olds and upwards, definitely super suitable for the young people, suitable for old people, for every people. And even people that have been doing healings and channelings and meditations and spiritual work and all kinds of stuff that have worked with me, been doing it for 20 years, 30 years, even 40-year practitioners, did the I Love You Me, and it totally knocked their socks off. And they were like, I've never, ever come across anything like this. It's just pure, it's just real, and there's no dogma. So I feel complete. I've shared from my heart with you. I encourage you, I want you to go and at least have a look. Let your curiosity get the better of you, your inner child curiosity get the better of you. Go and have a look, click the link, check it out. And I promise you, you've got really nothing to lose. And even if after 4 weeks of doing it, you're like, I don't believe this is not for me, just send me an email and we will refund you, and you won't have lost anything, but at least you'll have tried something. And I honestly think that once you taste it, once you get the sense of it, of what it can do for you, and you're open to receiving the love and the transformation that's possible for you, I know that you're going to have the most incredible journey. And every single week is just another step, another bonus, another layer to enter into yourself and to fall in love with and to heal. So I know you're going to have a beautiful time, and I can't wait. I can't wait to hear the stories. I can't wait for you business owners and influencers to come through and be getting your affiliate links and sharing it and building this unconditional love community together and making this massive impact in the world. So I'm holding that vision from now and 12 months from now. I'll look back and go, this is what we did. This is what we did together. Because I know without a shadow of doubt that in the next 12 months, in the next year, we can create massive, massive healing, massive change on this planet for everybody. Okay, it's inclusive. I love you so much. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for listening. Thank you for clicking the link. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for getting involved. Thank you for being in my life. And thank you for choosing love. And I love you, me, and I love you with all my heart. Thank you.